Most of us don't think twice about what we eat until our health takes a hit. And when it comes to your kidneys, the damage doesn't come with a warning label. It builds up silently, and by the time symptoms show up, it's already too late. Right now, over 850 million souls worldwide are dealing with kidney disease, and 90% of them don't even know they have it. That's because your kidneys don't send out distress signals until they're on the verge of failure, when dialysis or a transplant becomes the only way out. Now here's a pretty harsh truality. There are certain everyday foods that are doing a lot of bad things to your kidneys, and you'd be shocked to find out that some of them carry the health slogan, "Life is too short, so let's make it more shorter." So if you want to avoid the slow trap of kidney disease, stick around. We're breaking down 18 of the absolute worst foods for your kidneys and why cutting them out could literally save your life. And trust us, it's going hard to say sayonara to some of these bad boys, but it will be worth it in the end. Number 18. Avocados. Avocados are often celebrated for their heart-healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants. But for people with kidney disease, they're a sneaky danger. These creamy fruits pack a serious potassium punch. One average-sized avocado contains 690 milligrams. That's way too much for weakened kidneys to handle. Plus, avocados are calorie-dense, and excess weight is another risk factor for kidney issues. So, do you have to say goodbye to guacamole forever? Well, not necessarily. The key is moderation. Instead of devouring an entire avocado, try using small portions as a topping for toast, salads, or sandwiches. If you're looking for a kidney-friendly alternative, consider heart-healthy fats from sources like olive oil or flax seeds. Bottom line, while avocados are nutritious, they're best enjoyed in small doses if you're watching your potassium intake. Number 17. Processed meat. Well, bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli cuts are deliciously addictive but nutritionally problematic. These meats are packed with sodium and preservatives, which can send your blood pressure soaring and put a stalky strain on your kidneys. They're also rich in phosphorus, another mineral that people with kidney disease need to monitor closely. Excess phosphorus can weaken bones and cause complications like heart disease. Plus, processed meats are protein-heavy, and when your kidneys are struggling, processing too much protein can worsen their condition. The best move? Swap out processed meats for fresher options like skinless chicken, turkey, or fish. If you crave that smoky, savory taste, try seasoning fresh meats with herbs and spices instead of reaching for highly processed alternatives. Your kidneys will thank you. Number 16. Legumes. Lentils, beans, and chickpeas are often praised for being protein-rich, but for people with kidney disease, they come with a hidden catch. These plant-based powerhouses are naturally high in potassium and phosphorus, making them difficult for weakened kidneys to process. For example, 1 cup of cooked kidney beans contains over 700 milligrams of potassium, far too much for a kidney-friendly diet. Since legumes are also high in protein, excessive intake can further stress the kidneys. If you still want to enjoy their benefits, soaking and cooking them thoroughly can help reduce mineral levels. Alternatively, smaller portions or lower potassium options like green beans may be a better fit. Adjusting portion sizes is key to maintaining balance. Number 15. Spinach, Swiss chard, and beet greens. Leafy greens are the poster child for a healthy diet, but some varieties can be surprisingly bad for kidney health. Spinach, Swiss chard, and beet greens are loaded with potassium. Just 100 grams of raw spinach contains over 550 milligrams. When cooked, their potassium levels become even more concentrated. Additionally, these greens are high in oxalates, compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation. If you're managing kidney disease, it's best to swap these for lower potassium alternatives like kale, cabbage, or lettuce. They still provide essential vitamins and antioxidants without overwhelming your system. Making smart substitutions allows you to enjoy a well-balanced diet without putting unnecessary strain on your kidneys. Number 14. Tomatoes. Tomatoes might seem like a harmless, nutritious choice. They're loaded with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. But if you have kidney disease, these juicy fruits could be a problem. Why? Well, it's the potassium. Just 100 grams of tomatoes pack around 237 milligrams, and tomato-based products like pasta sauce, ketchup, and tomato juice are even worse. Canned tomato sauces often come with high sodium levels too, doubling the risk. If your kidneys can't effectively remove excess potassium, it can build up in your blood, leading to fatigue, muscle weakness, and even heart issues. Love tomatoes too much to give them up? Try using small amounts or swapping them out for red bell peppers, which offer a similar flavor without the potassium overload. When it comes to kidney health, even the healthiest foods need to be eaten wisely. Number 13. Canned and frozen foods. Canned and frozen foods are a lifesaver when you need a quick meal, but they can also be a hidden danger to kidney health. Many canned soups, vegetables, seafood, and beans are loaded with sodium, which can disrupt electrolyte balance and stress your kidneys. The worst part? Some frozen meals and pre-packaged foods contain preservatives like phosphates, which can sneakily increase phosphorus levels in your body. This isn't great news for people with kidney disease, as too much phosphorus can weaken bones and cause cardiovascular issues. The good news? You don't have to ditch convenience entirely. Look for low sodium or no salt added versions of canned goods. Also, draining and rinsing canned vegetables or beans can significantly reduce their sodium content. A little extra effort in choosing and preparing these foods can make a big difference. Number 12. Potatoes and sweet potatoes. Potatoes and sweet potatoes are often praised for their nutrients, but they can be trouble for those with kidney disease. The problem? Their sky-high potassium content. A single medium-sized baked potato contains around 610 milligrams of potassium, while a baked sweet potato has about 542 milligrams. That's a lot for struggling kidneys to filter out. French fries, chips, and other potato-based snacks only add more sodium to the mix, making things even worse. But don't worry, you don't have to say goodbye to potatoes forever. You can lower their potassium levels by soaking or boiling them before cooking. Also, swapping regular potatoes for lower potassium alternatives like cauliflower or turnips can help. If you're craving that potato-like texture, mashed cauliflower might just become your new favorite side dish. Now let's talk about Number 11. Dry fruits. Dried fruits seem like a healthy snack, nutrient-dense, easy to carry, and naturally sweet. But for those with kidney disease, they come with hidden risks. These tiny powerhouses are loaded with potassium, with dried apricots, raisins, and prunes packing more than double the potassium of their fresh counterparts. That's bad news for struggling kidneys, which can't efficiently filter out excess minerals. Plus, many dried fruits contain added sugars and preservatives that can lead to high blood sugar and inflammation, both harmful to kidney health. If you need a quick snack, opt for fresh fruits like apples, grapes, or berries, which are lower in potassium. Making mindful swaps can help you enjoy your favorite flavors without overloading your kidneys. Number 10. Brown rice. Whole grains are often the go-to for a balanced diet, but if your kidneys are at risk, brown rice might not be your best choice. Unlike white rice, it's high in phosphorus and potassium, two minerals that can build up dangerously in people with chronic kidney disease. 1 cup of cooked brown rice contains about 150 milligrams of phosphorus, while white rice has less than half that amount. High fiber content is another factor. While fiber is usually beneficial, excess amounts can lead to digestive discomfort for those with kidney issues. Instead of brown rice, consider kidney-friendly alternatives like bulgur, couscous, or pearl barley. These options still provide nutrients without burdening your kidneys. Number 9. Dairy products. Dairy is a staple in many diets, offering calcium, protein, and essential vitamins. But if you have kidney concerns, too much dairy can be a problem. Milk, cheese, and yogurt are packed with phosphorus and potassium, both of which can accumulate in your blood when kidney function declines. This mineral imbalance can weaken bones and increase the risk of heart disease. Plus, dairy is naturally high in protein, which creates more waste for the kidneys to filter. If you're following a renal diet, consider switching to low-phosphorus alternatives like almond milk, rice milk, or unsalted plant-based cheeses. Reducing dairy intake doesn't mean missing out on nutrients. You just need to choose options that are easier on your kidneys. Number 8. Sodas. A cold soda might seem refreshing, but it's one of the worst beverages for kidney health. Sugary drinks contribute to obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure, all of which increase the risk of kidney disease. But it's not just the sugar that's dangerous. Dark-colored sodas like colas contain phosphoric acid, which can cause calcium loss from bones and lead to kidney stones. Artificial sweeteners in diet sodas aren't much better, as they may still strain kidney function over time. If you're craving something fizzy, try carbonated water with a splash of lemon or fruit-infused water. Choosing natural, unsweetened beverages is one of the simplest ways to protect your kidneys while staying hydrated. Number 7. Alcoholic beverages. Alcohol might not directly damage your kidneys in small amounts, but for those with kidney disease, it's a different story. As a diuretic, alcohol increases urine production, leading to dehydration and forcing the kidneys to work overtime. This stress can worsen existing kidney issues and even interfere with medications used to manage kidney disease. Excessive drinking can also contribute to liver damage, which indirectly affects kidney function by reducing the body's ability to remove toxins. If you want to support your kidney health, limiting or avoiding alcohol is the best choice. Staying hydrated with water, herbal teas, or naturally flavored drinks is a smarter alternative that keeps both your kidneys and overall health in check. Number 6. Apricots. Apricots might look innocent, but for anyone with kidney disease, they're basically tiny potassium bombs. One small apricot packs around 90 milligrams of potassium, and considering a serving usually means 3 to 4 apricots, that potassium count skyrockets fast. Dried apricots? Even worse. Since drying removes water, it concentrates nutrients, meaning a mere half cup can slam you with over 750 milligrams of potassium, a nightmare for weakened kidneys. Why does this matter? When your kidneys can't filter potassium efficiently, it builds up in your blood, leading to fatigue, muscle weakness, nausea, numbness, and in severe cases, heart arrhythmias or even cardiac arrest. And it's not just apricots. Plums, peaches, and nectarines are also loaded with potassium. If your kidneys are struggling, these fruits should be on your no-go list, or at least eaten in extreme moderation. Number 5. Pretzels and crackers. Salty, crunchy, addictive, but at what cost? Pretzels, crackers, and chips are practically drowning in sodium, and that's bad news for your kidneys. Here's why. High sodium intake forces your kidneys to work overtime, leading to fluid retention, bloating, and increased blood pressure. Over time, this strain damages kidney function and accelerates kidney disease progression. To make things worse, most of these snacks have almost zero nutritional value, making them a lose-lose situation. The recommended daily sodium intake for a healthy adult is around 2,300 milligrams, but if you have kidney disease, experts suggest keeping it below 1,500 milligrams, and just one serving of pretzels can already take a huge chunk out of that limit. Instead of these sodium bombs, try unsalted popcorn, raw veggies, or roasted chickpeas for a crunchy fix without kidney damage. Number 4. Whole grain bread. Whole wheat bread is usually the healthier choice, except if you have kidney disease. Unlike white bread, whole grain varieties are high in both potassium and phosphorus, two minerals that can be problematic for weakened kidneys. Too much phosphorus can pull calcium from your bones, making them brittle, while excess potassium can cause heart issues. That doesn't mean you have to give up bread entirely. If you love whole wheat, try limiting your intake to just one slice per meal instead of multiple. Alternatively, white bread has lower levels of these minerals, making it a better option for people on a kidney-friendly diet. Want a fiber boost without the phosphorus overload? Consider other kidney-friendly fiber sources like oats, apples, or berries. Making small dietary tweaks can help protect your kidneys without sacrificing all your favorite foods. Number 3. Bananas. Bananas, the OG health snack, packed with fiber, vitamin C, and natural energy. But here's the plot twist. They're also loaded with potassium, which is bad news for people with kidney disease. Just one medium banana contains over 422 milligrams of potassium. And if your kidneys aren't functioning at 100%, they can't filter out the excess. This can lead to hyperkalemia, a condition where too much potassium builds up in your blood, causing irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, and even paralysis in severe cases. The worst part? Bananas are so common in smoothies, snacks, and breakfasts that it's easy to overdo it without realizing it. If you can't imagine life without them, try limiting intake or switching to lower potassium fruits like apples, berries, or grapes. Number 2. Oranges and orange juice. Oranges are packed with vitamin C, antioxidants, and fiber. But for those with kidney issues, they're also potassium overload in disguise. One large orange contains 333 milligrams of potassium and a single cup of orange juice, a whopping 443 milligrams. Now that might not sound extreme, but for people with kidney disease, it adds up dangerously fast, especially since many people drink multiple glasses of juice daily. When your kidneys can't clear out excess potassium, it leads to fatigue, nausea, irregular heart rhythms, and in extreme cases, cardiac arrest. If you still want a refreshing drink, swap out orange juice for cranberry, apple, or grape juice, which is lower in potassium and gentler on your kidneys. Number 1. Pickles, olives, and relish. Pickles, olives, and relish might add a punch of flavor to your meals, but they also bring a huge sodium overload. These tasty foods are cured in brine, meaning they're soaked in salt for preservation. Just one pickle spear can contain around 283 milligrams of sodium, and 2 tablespoons of sweet relish pack about 244 milligrams. Even low-sodium versions can still be too salty for someone managing kidney disease. Excess sodium increases blood pressure and makes it harder for your kidneys to filter waste, leading to fluid retention and swelling. If you love tangy, salty flavors, try making homemade pickled vegetables with less salt or experiment with vinegar-based dressings for a similar kick. The goal? Well, cut back on sodium without letting taste down and use as instructed or recommended by the doctors. If you found this video helpful in any way, well, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. We'll see